Hello everyone, welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, where we continue what was the Polish playthrough, and I guess I'm going to probably continue to refer to it as the Polish playthrough, but we are now the Windish Empire. In the last episode we converted, which was very exciting in and of itself, and there are some things that we need to do before we proceed. So we're still playing as Emperor Prindota. Is that right? Yeah, Prindota. Good Lord, have mercy. Who named this guy? Probably me. All right, let's take a look. So we got the Kingdom of Lithuania, we've got the Kingdom of Poland, and we've got the Windish Empire. And we're not going to touch any of that in terms of our inheritance because I like the way it is. Investiture determines who appoints bishop. We're going to let the Pope. Passing the controlled realm inheritance will protect titles within the realm from being inherited by characters loyal to another liege. Supporters. Wait, why are these people opposed? That absolutely makes no sense to me. Now, we could potentially do that, but I'm really not so sure I like that. Whoa, what is this? Viceroyalty. Emperors can grant kingdoms or duchies to vassals as viceroyalties. Such grants are not inherited. Ooh. Okay, so I've never actually, confession, never played as an empire. That could be very interesting. Glitterhoof. God. Alright, well, we can bribe these people. And then we can't get imperial administration yet because we have to, let's see, absolute, oh Lord, oh yeah, but what does this do? Well, that's fascinating. Alright, so we got our obligations, we got council. Well, I think the first thing that we probably want to do is I want to get on board with that. And I gotta bribe some folks. And I don't have a lot of money, so I think we'll start with this. Because we know they're gonna vote for it. And then I think the next thing that we're going to do is let him perform statecraft. He's studying tech. I think it is in our best interest to attempt to gen some money. And in the meantime, let's see. We will send these guys back to Krakow. Sounds good, right? I think it does. I also believe in the last episode that, hey, the university is actually looking pretty stellar, and the library is slowly getting there. Ugh. Okay, we really can't take any tech, which is disappointing. Not that we really have that much tech to take, so I mean, we're making pretty good headway. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Fire it up. It's 12:28. I think the game goes to what, 14:20 something? Did I make that up? Maybe I made that up. Who knows? I don't know. That's for sure. I do not know. And it looks like our vassals are still doing their thing where they war with people. And like clockwork, the cat shows up. It's like she finishes eating dinner, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm here." And I'm like, "Yeah, you are." Alright, so let's take a look at this. We are, wow, we're not making as much money as I'd hoped. Rejected? I thought we had a surefire win there. Maybe it was max. I don't know. Oh well. Yeah, they're still not going to vote for that, which is just downright frustrating, but, you know, so be it, right? So my son, wait, whoa, absolutely not. You're not going to go be a crusader, my friend. You're married to this broad, or you're going to get married to her. Our heir is married to her, and she should produce kids. Should be in a key word. I would love to see Egypt incorporated into our beautiful empire. Wow. All right, so the Holy Roman Empire actually has a revolt on its hand. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. That's just Jerusalem. Never mind. In fact, because I can actually commentate more of this, which is really kind of nice. Leon still doing their thing. Andalusia. I tell you, this conversion is just going to be pretty nutso. Wow, it's almost like the game wanted to freeze. That's nutso in and of itself. So this poor, you're part of that, and they are Catholic, yeah. Okay, I can live with that. Nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that. All right, so my liege, I write to you. You couldn't tell me in person. Who are you? What are you? You are the steward. Might have a revolt on our hands. Well, you know, my vote is you let them revolt. And someone is at war. Who are you fighting against? You're going after that. Okay. Well, that's cool too. Alright, so we need a new chancellor. And quite frankly, I think he's going to be the best choice. Really zero desire to fabricate any more claims. I'm just going to let my chancellors do it for me. Unless, you know, honestly, to tell you the truth, I probably should take out some of this stuff. So let's just work on picking up some claims. Oh, I feel like my wife died, but that's not the case. That is not the case. All right. We can't propose any new laws because our wonderful council, who likes me, is just problematic. I mean, you know, we got 2 pragmatists, 4 glory hounds. Wow. Yep, he's a kid. And we said something wrong. Alright, so we got a new advisor role. And sure, we'll induct him. I bet we probably have some minor titles. So we need a master of the horse, which we'll throw to that guy. We need this, which we'll throw to this gentle fellow. And that's pretty good. Pretty good, to tell you the truth. I mean, the good news is we are making some money. World's a dangerous place. Yes, it is. Some say that the night is dark and full of terrors. I mean, not me, but there's some out there that do. So it's really kind of interesting, and what I think will be interesting is how the world ends up being shaped. I mean, is that a Breton revolt? No way. Yeah, okay, that is. I was like, did they fracture? No, that Britain. It's really Britain because, let's be honest, these are Bretons. these are Britons. The Briton Revolt, if they somehow succeeded, that honestly would play really well for me. The Holy Roman Empire is going to be fun to deal with in EU4 because aggressive expansion is going to be terrible. I'm not so sure that there's anyone that really is going to be in a perfect position to form Russia. So I think famous bard, yeah, we'll patronize the bard. So yeah, there's not going to be anyone that I can see that I think is just going to have this amazing opportunity to form Russia, which means that our expansion prospects in EU4 to the east are going to be pretty solid. The Byzantines are going to most likely keep us in check, for better for worse. And unless the Mongols just run into Protharia, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with because they control a chunk of land, which is really quite fascinating. Now, the Mongol Empire, on the other hand, this is Khagan Temujin the Scourge. Is this the Mongol Empire? Is that the rest of your title? The Scourge of Zervan. He's 61, and he's still a stud. He, surprisingly, his levies are not as strong as I really kind of anticipated. I really figured he would, out of the gates, come sweeping in, but he may not. Sure. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I may crank this up another speed at some point because I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, and I want to see this thing to the end. I just don't want to drag out the episodes. Go ahead and get this converted to EU4, but I'll probably play a couple more episodes. Let's see, it's Tuesday night, so yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll at least record 3 more episodes, see where we're at, and I think from there we'll be able to make a decision on. I'll be able to make a decision on where this thing is headed. So we need to get a spy master, and this fellow is the best option we have. And we're going to send him to Constantinople, which is beautiful, right? Right. In terms of religion, I've highlighted it a couple of times. The Catholic faith has just, it's unreal. For lack of a better term, this is like the Pope's ideal dream. There's an extensive amount of Catholics in the world. Hindus and Jains are pretty big as well, and then the Jewish faith, that's rather interesting. And then Orthodox has held strong, but only in provinces that are owned by the Byzantines. So realistically, you're not going to see an Orthodox Russia or an Orthodox Russia-esque area. So we built a barracks. And what else? I would like to see this library built. Alright. Every time I ride out to hunt, I hear an arrow whiz past me, and it's only because I anticipate that I can avoid it. Oh, that's brilliant. No one seems to notice it, and I've stopped trying to convince my friends that it is real. It's because of my paranoia. Which is just beautiful, right? That's how a crazy person talks. So apparently the king's crazy. And we have an epidemic. Where is this? Oh, we do have an epidemic. We may be shutting the gates if... What is this? Smallpox? Yeah, that's pretty beefy. Well, that's not exactly what you want to see. And is it going to creep up any further, though? It looks like it very well may. It says we can shut the gates. Well, let's shut the gates. Let's seal those gates. And, yep, I think that was a wise move, as smallpox is going to ravish the countryside, which is what you never want to hear. Thank God I think we've eradicated smallpox. That feels like it sounds right, but you never know. Yeah, we're making okay money. It could be better. Like I said, it would have been better if I'd had the wherewithal to turn something up here into a merchant republic, but that's unfortunately neither here nor there. Neither here nor there, which is challenging in and of itself. I think we definitively could. I say definitively, I mean, I messed that up. We could have done that here, realistically, but that is, like I said, neither here nor there. Because I upgraded, no, I didn't upgrade. I built cities down there, and that just wasn't real smart. I could have turned this into a merchant republic, although not exactly a great location, but it would have been a decent location, and I should have turned something up here into a merchant republic, and that would help our money. Because as you can see, no one is really claiming this area, and they would have had to fight with Ragusa, which wouldn't be the end of the world, because you basically have the Isles, Portugal, and then Ragusa is still there. Venice, unfortunately, does not exist, which is interesting, because ultimately I think that means there's no Venice in EU4. It's kind of sad. Alright, let's check on our son. So our son is our heir, and he has 2 daughters. Really needs to pop out a son, because then that son can ascend as the king of the Windish Empire, and ultimately the kingdom of Egypt would be incorporated, which would create some interesting problems, but wouldn't be the end of the world. What it's really going to create is it's going to create some of the most interesting looking border gore. Alright, so what does this say? My liege, loyal servants such as I surely deserve some recognition and rewards from time to time. It is widely known that you hold lands and many titles, and are as generous as you are wise. Well, what if I told you I'm not wise? Perhaps you would consider granting me the county of Saz or I don't speak Polish, so I'm gonna try to anglicize this, and it's just gonna go over horrible. And we're just gonna tell him the greed does not become you, which he can get minorly disappointed about that, because I don't want to give up my titles. I mean, who would? Not me. We worked hard, okay? We worked real hard. That was quite a dicey start. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are at time. So we're going to go ahead and pause it up, make a cut, and I will catch y'all in the next episode. Be good.